Okay, hey everybody, it's Cora here with the Dynamic Women Global Sister Share. And today it's just me and Kim sharing. So for everybody watching the recording, there'll be a good chance to learn some more about Kim and what she does. Generally, this is a monthly thing open to members to come on, talk a little bit about what you do, and a chance for people to get to know you better. So welcome, Kim. It's nice to see you. I haven't seen you for a while.
I know. I was at the dynamic event last night.
Oh yeah, how was that? I
It
didn't
was
get a chance to
good.
go.
It was a great venue. Yeah.
Yeah, saw the pictures. Looked awesome.
Yeah, it was
Nice.
good.
Nice way to kind of kick off the holiday season.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, great. So we're just going to be on here today, guys, for about 15 minutes just to talk to Kim and learn a little bit more about her. So Kim, why don't you tell us about like where you live, what you do, and maybe a bit about how you got into what you're doing.
Okay, well, I'm Kim DeBoer, and I'm founder of the Healing Pendulum, and I use the energy healing modalities of the emotion code and the body code, and I live in Vancouver, Canada, and I am known as the alternative health detective, as I investigate and discover what's really going on in your body, with your health, your wealth, and your relationships, really going into limiting beliefs and trapped emotions, all of our emotional baggage.
Yeah.
And how I got into doing this work is actually originally was to help my cat, who had some issues. He had some emotional issues and some physical issues.
Oh, yeah. So did someone introduce you to emotion code then? Is that what it was when you
It was like sent to me in a webinar from a women's group.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, and I just went, okay, well, I'll see what this is all about. And, once he said it worked with animals, I just went, let's give it a try. I had my own health issues as well.
Yeah.
So, but I worked with Jackson first, and amazing results with him. And I went, okay, so let's start working on me.
Well,
And Jackson, he just turned 19 years old.
wow, that's an old timer for a cat.
Yeah. And he's doing great. He's like a kitten.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah.
Nice. So did you do the course first and then you did the work on him, on your cat?
I practiced on him.
Oh,
so, I just bought the program and started, practicing.
Mm-hmm.
And, just started practicing with him and got amazing results.
Oh, what was up with him? What kind of results was?
Well, he had a really hard time going up and downstairs, jumping up on the bed or the couch or whatever, because he had so much pain in the back right hip area. And I actually was going to take him to the vet because I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
But I also knew that I didn't want to, he adopted me. He just kind of came into my life. I didn't really want a cat that I needed to take to the vet all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so what came out of it with the body code is it directed me to the dental meridians and his 2 canine teeth. And they were both broken off at the bottom.
Oh.
Either from, scrapping or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I released the trauma from him breaking off his teeth, and I swear within 15 minutes, he was fine.
That's crazy.
It was crazy, and I went,
crazy.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So why don't you tell people a little bit more about how the emotion code works? Because I know I've worked with you in the past, so I understand it, but a lot of people really don't really know what it means and exactly what the process is if they wanted to get in touch with you to do something like this.
Right. So the emotion code, or actually the body code, they work together, but the body code is a combination of ancient Chinese medicine, kinesiology, which is muscle testing, magnetic therapy, and quantum physics. And so basically what that means is that I use a pendulum instead of the muscle testing, because that just tends to work better for me. And I tap into your subconscious mind, which I call the Google of the body. So I go right to the source, and the subconscious mind, it knows everything that's going on in your body, and it also knows how to fix it. It knows, everything you've ever eaten, everything you've ever seen, everything you've ever said. And, it even goes back into generational stuff. So it knows. So basically what I do is I tap into the subconscious and I ask the body, what's going on? So, if you're suffering from a headache, I go, what is the underlying cause of your headache? And there's going to be, more than one cause. It's not just one thing. It's going to be, different imbalances, emotional imbalances, and maybe something in the organs, maybe something in the liver. And then I release these imbalances using a magnet, going down the governing meridian of the body.
Yeah.
And then it's gone. It's just gone forever. That particular emotion at that particular age. And how I do that, how I move through your body is there's mind maps. So I have like 200, and I believe it's like 260 mind maps that are on an app.
Okay.
And then, your subconscious kind of directs me through these mind maps to get the right answers that we're looking for. It's quite fascinating.
It is. It super is. I know I've done it a few times with you and a couple other people that I know. And just so people know, and what's interesting is you don't actually have to know what's going on. And you can do it in person, or you can do it online on a Zoom, just like this. This is how Kim and I work together, and I've done it with other people. And you just ask general questions, and Kim does all the work. You just kind of sit there. You don't have to embellish or know anything. It's not like therapy or anything like that, where you have to come up with stuff. It's really quite interesting.
Yeah, you don't have to tell the story. You know, if something happened to you, when you were younger that you really don't want to talk about, or, really don't need to talk about, it doesn't matter. I don't need to know any details or information like that.
Yeah. And you don't even sometimes remember. I know a lot of the stuff that came up for me, I didn't even know. Like, I know, my parents split up when I was really young, and I blocked, I think, a lot of that stuff. So when things came up, I didn't even know that they were things.
Yeah. And you don't know what you don't know, but these emotions are wreaking havoc in your body, basically, because all these emotions are associated with different organs in the body.
Yeah.
Like anger is associated with the liver, anxiety is associated with the stomach, or the spleen. So these emotions can affect those organs.
Yeah.
And then those organs have a muscle connection. So, I'm sure that, most people have had a situation where, something just starts hurting in their body for no apparent reason.
Mm-hmm.
And I always use the example of the gallbladder. So if there's an imbalance in your gallbladder, you're going to get pain behind your right knee.
Oh.
Because that's the muscle connection.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so you release the imbalance in the gallbladder and the pain goes away behind your right knee.
Oh, that's crazy. Hey? Yeah.
It's crazy.
And now you said you're the alternative healer. You've done some other stuff too. I think you've been taking a lot of courses.
I'm always taking courses.
Yeah.
So I'm also certified as a health coach.
Okay.
As well as the emotion code and the body code. I'm taking a course on holistic nutrition.
Nice.
Herbology, actually.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, those all go together really nicely, hey?
They all go together. And I just recently, I'm learning about the modality heart math.
Oh, what's that about?
It's about actually measuring your heart rate and your rhythm.
Uh-huh.
Because you want to be in coherency. So it's actually a little device that you click on your ear and you plug into your phone, and it measures, where if you're anxious, you're going to get, these things. And if you're in coherency, if you're coherent, then it'll just be very soft and flowing lines. So they have exercises such as breathing exercises that will put you into coherency.
Oh, okay. Because I'm sure during a day you must go up and down. You could do all of them all over the place, I would think.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And what it is when you're feeling anxious, there's certain breathing exercises that you can do for, just a couple of minutes that will just totally bring your body and your heart rate down and get you back into coherency. So,
well, that's cool. Maybe it would be neat to track it. So can you kind of do that while you're doing stuff? Have you tried that?
I haven't. I
Just
just
curious.
got it. I
Yeah.
just got it. So, it's yeah, I'm still playing with it.
Yeah. It'd be interesting if you kind of do it while you're going through it, then you'd know exactly what kind of breathing you needed to do or whatever the
Exactly.
exercise
Yes.
is.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Huh. Interesting.
Cool.
And we'll
And
see people without traveling around with little things stuck on their ears.
Actually, I have it right here.
Oh, okay.
So it's just like you clip this on, and so it's a Bluetooth kind of thing.
Okay.
Clip that on, and you clip it onto your ear.
Yeah.
And you actually don't need to put it in your phone. And then you grab your phone, and I've got an app.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And it just measures stuff. So I'm just sort of getting.
Yeah. There's so many different things out there, aren't they? And then like I love all the stuff that you're doing. It all kind of fits together and one kind of interacts with the other one. If you're struggling with someone with their health, then maybe the emotion code can kind of point you in the right direction. And it might be emotions, it might be something else, but it's kind of all joined together.
Well, it's interesting because usually like probably more than 90% of our issues, our imbalances, our emotional, mental, even physical, spiritual imbalances in our body are the underlying cause is our emotions or trauma.
Yeah. Yeah. And
you can have an imbalance in your liver, which caused an imbalance in your gallbladder, which caused an imbalance in your kidneys, whatever that is. And when you get down to the real underlying cause of that, it's usually an emotion or a trauma, 99.9% of the time.
Yeah, that's crazy. But it's nice to know that it is something like that it's something that you can do. But I think it's still so new. A lot of people don't know that much about it yet, but I know more and more people are looking for alternatives. Definitely.
Yes, definitely.
With all the health things and now with all the gluten intolerances and all that stuff, a lot of more people are looking for alternatives.
Yeah. And through the body code as well, I can test you for food intolerances, so you don't have to actually go through the elimination diet or the food testing, allergy testing, or anything like that, because the subconscious knows.
Yeah.
Like it knows what is not good for you. So you just need to ask, and you get the answers, and it's very simple. As Dr. Bradley Nelson, who developed this system, it's like healing made simple.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fun too.
It sounds kind of crazy that it's that simple in a way, right? To most people.
Yeah.
But it's nice that you can do that. No, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that's so great. Well, I'm glad we got to kind of connect on here today. Before we go, do you have any maybe tips for people or something you might want to share or let people know about what you do, or if they're
I would like to say something. I'm really focusing on the heart wall. So just a little explanation on that. We heal from our hearts. And we also build up through life events and situations. The subconscious builds up a wall around your heart that's created by negative emotions. And the subconscious builds this wall initially to protect our heart from actually being broken. So over time, it just gets thicker and thicker and thicker. And it can cause physical heart issues like palpitations and high blood pressure and all of that. And it can also cause depression. It can cause even suicidal thoughts.
Oh, wow.
And also, trouble giving and receiving love, feelings of isolation or disconnection. So that's really what I'm focusing on these days. Like that's kind of, it is the first step in the healing process, is to release that heart wall. And 93% of the population has one.
Yeah, I know. I can't remember exactly what mine was, but it was.
I can't remember.
It was something made out of something pretty hard, and it was pretty thick. But it didn't take very many sessions to get it down, to take down the wall.
It takes 3 sessions. Whether it's 100 miles thick or 3 feet thick.
Oh, cool.
It takes 3 sessions, and I don't know why,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, because
just
you can only do so much at a time, right? Your
yeah.
subconscious only allows so much work to be done at one time.
Yeah, it's there to keep you safe. So we only release as many emotions as it is safe to process.
Nice. Nice. And seeing how it's December, before we go, do you have any cool family traditions for the holidays that you guys do that you want to share with us?
You know what? Well, I usually go to my nieces in Chilliwack, but really not a lot of tradition.
Yeah. Yeah,
No.
that's nice.
How
So,
about you?
well, it's changing now that the kids are getting older. I just go with the flow. I'm not so much about everything having to happen on a certain day or anything like that, but it's more about just being together. So
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, because like
Sharing
this,
sharing with family and good food and
yeah,
yeah.
totally. That's it. Awesome. Well, thanks so much for joining us today, Kim. I'm glad you made it, and I'm glad we got to connect. And have a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and look forward to seeing you sometime in the new year.
You too. Thank you, Cora. Great to see you.
And everybody else that's watching the recording, hop on and join us every month when you get a chance. It's nice to get a little bit of a chance to get to know everybody on a more intimate level than we get to do sometimes at the meetings. So look forward to seeing everybody next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.